There's one last video I want to watch today, and unfortunately it's not a pleasant one, but I feel I have to watch it. This is testimony about what's been going on in UK with regards to the grooming gangs. So it's under oath in Parliament.
Firstly, I would like to thank the 260,974 British men and women
This is all about what was going on in terms of the grooming gangs in the UK.
who signed the petition to make this debate possible. And I want to welcome these brave survivors who are sitting behind us in the hall. This debate is about them. As you quite rightly say, it's not about politics.
It's brutal. It's fine.
I want the world to hear what we
the Epstein files
during the 2 weeks of our independent rape gang inquiry hearings.
2 weeks.
An inquiry that should never have needed to happen. I sincerely urge this Parliament to listen to the testimonies from these brave survivors and to act, to finally act. So the first testimony: he took his pants down, penetrated me, had sex with me. He then stopped before ejaculation. He picked up the bottle of Jack Daniels, which was now empty, and he forced it up inside me. He broke the glass while he was there. At that point, I was about 12, nearly 13. Another testimony. I was held down by the men as they each took turns to orally and vaginally rape me, taking it in turns to pin down my arms and my legs. When the assault ended, the men hit me repeatedly, threatened to...
It's very important that he actually says this in plain English, because a lot of people, like, one of the reasons why this evil is allowed to continue
is because people, they don't want to hear it because it's so bad, it makes them feel so bad. But you have to hear it, otherwise you won't get angry and you won't fix it.
Is because nobody wants to directly even say what it is. It has to be verbalized. It has to be externalized. It has to be said, spoken, and revealed. Raw.
Agreed.
Find me, kill me, and harmed my loved ones if I ever
That's the
told
way it is.
anybody what had happened.
The story first broke of this UK grooming gang stuff in 2003. There was a long article in the BBC about it. And ever since then, politicians, police, media have all covered it up and kept it quiet for decades.
Another. Comments were constantly made suggesting that white girls, the Christian girls, were viewed as having fewer morals or lower values, whereas Muslim girls were described by some of the men as having dignity and higher moral standing.
No way!
These comparisons were used to justify the way I was treated and to further humiliate and control me.
Yep.
Another. She was a white woman herself, who I imagine may have been groomed, and has obviously now married into the family, shouting obscenities at us. Throughout the whole sentencing, she was constantly saying, "Fucking liars, lying white bitches." She said to me that...
That's the other thing that's really important in this, is that the families are complicit and allow it to happen. That's why you have to deport the entire families. You can't afford to take a risk of only deporting some of them.
Yeah.
God...
There's no way the families of the men doing all this don't know what's going on.
will be the witness for what happens to me.
Yes.
Another. Race did play a part and motivated the selection or demographic of the victims. Throughout my exploitation, the other girls I encountered, or who were abused alongside me, were almost exclusively white. Another. She had a baby by him, and his dad was an imam. His dad knew. And he got his son married and said that he wasn't allowed to see the child.
What the fuck?
They look after their own community. Another.
Jesus.
Over the course of the abuse, I was raped by multiple police officers in different parts of the country. Another.
Yeah, the police officers weren't just covering it up, apparently.
Put a cigarette out on the baby's face. Another. It started when I was 13. I was raped by...
The people doing all this, are the ones the lefts are desperately trying to protect from being deported.
probably about 600 or 700 different men over 3 years.
How's she still alive? Holy
They would
fuck.
toot the horn of the
Well, how was that?
over I was raped by probably about 600 or 700 different men over
600 or 700.
3 years.
How's she still alive? Holy
They would
fuck.
toot the horn of the car, and then a child would be taken to the front door by a staff member of the children's home.
Oh my god. The children's
I was bleeding from
Children's home. Oh, orphan. Of course, orphans are easiest prey,
both my vagina and my back
especially if the staff of the orphanage is on board with the grooming gang.
passage and was so swollen I could not sit down. I told
Oh my
hospital
God.
staff my drink had been spiked and I did not know what had happened because I was too afraid to tell
Holy
the truth.
shit.
They did not ask any questions. They gave me tablets and discharged me.
The hospitals knew too. Hospitals knew too.
I was 15 years old.
What
Another.
the fuck?
Things would escalate around Eid and holidays.
Holy
Parties got
shit.
bigger, got worse, got more violent. More people involved, more girls involved. The parties were just bigger. Another. The main clash that I kind of had with the religion side of it was I grew up as a Christian. I would wear my cross because it was something really special to me.
Yeah.
It was just used as a way to break me down. They said, "Where is your God now? Has your God forsaken you?" Another.
Well, your countrymen did. The ones in politics, the ones in the media, the ones in the police, the ones in the hospitals. They all forsook you.
This is the kind of shit that would get people to do crusades back in the day. And nowadays, you have a bunch of fat Seth Rogen lookalikes running on media trying to run defense for it.
Yes.
This is exactly what it is. It's a horror movie, I know.
It was all of the white girls in every home that I went to. I remember a man opening the back of a van and I saw 15, 20 girls locked in dog cages.
Yep.
Another. Dogs were brought in and I couldn't move at all.
So always keep this in mind whenever those people keep trying to bring up the Epstein files and how bad the Epstein files are. They don't really care about the Epstein files because if they did, they'd be going after these people too.
Yes, exactly.
Because they're doing it on an industrial scale larger than Epstein did. Epstein, at the end of the day, is still only one person. This is an entire countrywide problem. It's an entire continent-wide problem, and it's happening. So never let them try to take the moral high ground with like Epstein or anything else, because it's say, oh, like all your owners.
And while I agree with Hassan on some things with regard to Iran, this, oh my God, he's terrible. He's the one defending the strongest. He's defending the grooming gangs stronger than anyone. There was nothing bad going on. Oh my, but he is as bad as Israel, trying to deny there's nothing bad going on in Gaza. He is like that with regard to these UK grooming gangs, Hassan. He refuses to acknowledge there's even a problem. And if you dare suggest that there is, he'll call you a bigot.
Or, you know, like they're Epstein people. Like, absolutely not. They don't actually care about Epstein. They only care about the way that they can weaponize it in a way that's beneficial for them. They've never cared about it, because if they did, they would care about this too.
I had nowhere to move. I think that was the scariest thing, was not having any concept of it. There were men around me, not horrified, not disgusted, not helping, but filming and laughing, making bets on whether the dog could actually rape me or not. And yes, I was raped by a dog.
Jesus.
The man just held my face, stared me down straight in the eyes, and he wanted to see me break, and he did.
Yep.
Another. I just wanted to stop and not happen.
Anyone involved in this particular thing, death penalty. Every one of them.
And to any other children, and for people to actually act, to do something and stop being so scared. I could continue for hours and hours. All of us in this building have a responsibility to finally act. Not to talk, but to act. Our Rape Gang Inquiry report will be released in the coming days. It will change Britain for good. Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, that last with dogs. 15 girls in dog cages, 20 girls in dog cages. The amount of systematic cover-up on the part of the media, the state, police, hospitals is insane. And if you don't believe the media is controlled, it's not a conspiracy. Covering up something like this, that requires organization.
Wow. So there it is. And we need to start from the top with this one. I know I'm a very big advocate, as I said before, about holding the politicians that enabled this account.
Yeah, Asmongold doesn't realize it, Link. But he won't be like this forever. When you hear something like this, something this extreme, to cover something like that out, you need organization. It's not going to happen organically, even if there is an ideology against. No, there is purpose behind covering this atrocities up.
Accountable. Now, how would I hold them accountable? I have no idea, but I would hold them accountable. And so UK will side with the criminals.
Well, maybe they should experience some of the things that the girls experienced. What was that? What happened to her with the dog again?
Eventually, they won't be able to. Yeah, the last one was pretty fucked up. It's enraging. Well, yeah, I mean, this is what they do. Like, I don't. Anybody who thought this wasn't happening is delusional. Of course, this is what was happening. And so, like, why?
But I think he was still a little bit shocked. It was more than he expected, I think.
Would you not expect this to happen? So they'll try to jail Rupert Lowe. There's nothing better that could happen than them doing that, because it will make him a martyr and radicalize millions more people. So
just look at how many people came out because of Henry Novak.
Like, honestly, I don't think that's ever going to happen, because even they know that. Even they know that's a mistake to do. So it's crazy people can be pro-crime and not be criminals themselves. Well, it's because they're just stupid. That's the reason why. They're stupid and they're ideologically captured. And Vladimir would know what to do. Vlad the Impaler would know what to do. He would. He would definitely know what to do. In a more reasonable and logical.
There are some people that deserve to be impaled.
Time. I think that this problem would have solved itself very quickly, right? But it's treason. Hang them. Well, I mean, again, I can't advocate for that, right? I mean, I can't.
Let me put it. I think the grooming gangs, the ones actually doing this stuff to the girl, number one priority is getting those guys. Second priority is getting everyone who covered it up. And I tell you again, yes, politicians, police, hospitals, they kept quiet. The media is the main problem. The media is the enemy. If you're going to be going after people covering up, start with the media.
Can't. Now, what would I do? You know, I don't know. There are a lot of things that you could do, right? But like, at the end of the day, you have to get rid of these people, right? You have to deport them. And it's very important to understand that this is not done. You know, they say it takes a village. You know, it takes.
Some of these people, I think, they want to bring back the death penalty. Yes, some of these people don't bother deporting them. The dog incident that was described there, people involved in that, I'm not for deporting them. I'm for or deporting them to the afterlife. Yeah, I'll go with that.
It's a village to raise a child. It seems like it also takes a village to rape a child. You have a lot of these people that are collectively doing this, that like they're all okay with it. They're all complicit with this. That means the entire village needs to get deported. Like, it doesn't mean that you only go after the the individuals, right? You have to go after everybody involved.
Yep.
How? Well, I mean, it's obvious. Yeah, can't you see it?
March in with guns, round them up, and deport them.
Do you really think that the parents and the kids didn't know about this, and that the families didn't know about this?
They knew.
Really? Like, I mean, do you really think they didn't know? Of course they knew.
Yeah, you don't put 15 girls in cages and no one knew about that. Come on.
Anyone who didn't know about doing anything should be executed, no exceptions. I mean, like, what would I mean? I don't know. Like, and so yeah, I mean, I think that one's a little bit that's a little bit too much. I mean, it's too much for me to say that on stream. My opinions on it. Think about the most extreme and severe and awful thing possible, and that's not what I think. It's worse. And so, do you think about the Pakistan rapists that were caught and set to be executed? I did see that. So you can assume, like, think about it, just assume the worst possible thing and then assume it's worse than that. So don't worry.
And there's probably some girls that never made it to adulthood, and we never even heard their stories.
Worry about it, guys. It's not like, oh, well, you know, I don't think that. That's not exactly it. And anyway, New York Times. So this is, and again, I'm very glad to see more people talking about this. And also, as an American, which
is why I'm covering it, because this needs. People might have heard about UK grooming gangs. They didn't understand what was involved. You listen to this, you understand what was involved.
Another reason why I talk about these topics is that beyond the shared cultural heritage and everything else about this, it is the fact that British people can't say it themselves. Many people in Britain are not able to say the things that I'm saying.
Because they'll be thrown in jail or arrested for posting on social media.
Because they don't have freedom of speech over there. So they have to rely on people that are sometimes overseas that see these injustices happening, that speak up about them, and they have to either share the videos or something else, right? And so, like, that's it. So true. Exactly. Yes. And so that's
the laws against free speech and the crackdown on social media is to prevent this story from spreading above all others.
One of the other big reasons why I talk about it for this reason too. What would happen if USA, in USA, if it happened over there? It happens over here too. It does. Like, it's really bad over here. Mostly a shower, watering it down, claiming it's far right bigotry. Yeah, I mean, again, like, they're trying to water it down and justify it because it's beneficial for them, right? I mean, logically. And so duh.
One last thing before I end the section. UK grooming gangs. In August 2003, a television documentary detailed an 18-month police and social service investigation into alleged allegations that young British Asian men were targeting underage girls for sex, drugs, and prostitution in the West Yorkshire town of Killarney. This is just very important to highlight. This story first broke back in 2003. And everyone in the media, in government, in police, hospitals, all covered it up. Look at all the different testimonies. Julie, Mandy. And this report isn't on the internet anymore. You have to look it up in the Wayback Machine. It's frustrating. Anyway, I just wanted to spread awareness to this topic. This will be on YouTube. Like and subscribe, come watch on Kick or Twitch, and I'll see you next video. Bye.